In the headlines, many trapped in building collapse at Ibadan police station. Meningitis kills 118 in 22 states. Federal government sets up committee to rescue Nigerians in Sudan. And on the foreign scene, senior military-linked election official shot dead in Myanmar. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Updates. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for joining. Now the news in detail. An unconfirmed number of persons have been trapped while others may be feared dead when a block of flats collapsed in the Shango Police Barracks, Ibadan, in Oyo State's capital. A source with the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, who spoke on condition of anonymity, confirmed the incident. The source, who said the agency got the alert around 8 p.m., also confirmed that the Federal Fire Service had been mobilized to the scene of the incident. The source confirmed that people were trapped and feared that some people might have been dead, but could not authoritatively give any figure of casualty or details of what led to the building collapse. A source who works with the State Fire Services denied knowledge of the incident, noting that no information had reached the service on the building collapse. Also, the Director of Operations of Oyo State Fire Service, Ismail Adeleke, said he had not been informed about the development. Attempts to reach the official of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Ibadan, and the Oyo State Police Command for comment on the incident were unsuccessful, as none of the calls were picked or returned. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has dissolved its presidential campaign council inaugurated in 2022 to prosecute the 2023 presidential ambition of Bola Tinubu. And then the dissolution was contained in a statement on Saturday night, jointly signed by the Director General of the APC, PCC, Governor Simon Bakolalon, and the Secretary of the Council, James Abiodun Faleke. The party, on behalf of the Chairman of the Presidential Campaign Council, President Muhammadu Buhari, the President-elect Bola Tinubu, and other leaders thanked all council members, leaders and supporters for working assiduously for the resounding victory of the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has said that 52 persons have been killed in 21 states by cerebral meningitis, and this is according to the data from October 2022 to April 2, 2023, released by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The NCDC said a total of 628 suspected cases, including 52 deaths, were reported from 21 states. It gave the names of the affected states to include Abia, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Ebonyi, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, Oyo, Plateau, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara states. According to the report, 62% of the cases are male patients, while 38% are females. Meningitis is an inflammation of the meninges, a thin layer of the connective tissue that covers the brain and spinal cord. The inflammation can be caused by a variety of organisms, bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi. The CSCM remains a priority disease and it presents public health threat in several countries worldwide, with a frequent epidemic that presents a challenge for people, health system, economies, and societies. The NCDC said that the National Multi-Sectoral Cerebrospinal Meningitis Technical Working Workshop and group will also continue to monitor response across the states. And away from health matters, a resident of Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, where during the Eid al-Fitr celebration, threw a colorful Durbar at the Shehus Palace in Borno State. Thousands of residents turned to cheering spectators as they paid homage to royal father. And the annual cultural display takes place after the Eid prayers. Beatrice Kurti has more.
The Shehu's Palace is a place where most Maiduguri residents visit after Eid prayers. Thousands of people come here to pay homage to the monarch. The colorful day featured horse riding, native songs, and dance. The Shehu first took a horse ride to his palace before other royal families and traditional chiefs followed, waving swords to salute the monarch. Some Maiduguri residents shared their thoughts on the significance of the festival.
Daba is actually showing the strength of the heroes that whatsoever confront the domain of His Royal Highness the Shehu of Borno. These are the set of people that will come out, as you can see them, with various caliber of swords, merchant and rest.
Borno is perhaps one of the empires that was never conquered by any other empire until it fell on its own to the British. For that, the horses, the guns, the spears that you see, they are all signs of power.
Borno is rated as the best in terms of Daba presentation and in terms of horses and the decoration of horses and horsemanship. So today's Eid His Eminence the Shehu of Borno and 10 of his district heads have staged a Daba.
For the last 11, 12 years, you know the situation of Borno. We have never known peace. But in the last 2 years, we have gotten substantial peace, where we never had the opportunity of embarking on Daba until this year.
This is the third edition of the Daba Festival after years of insurgency in the state. The festival is beloved by numerous residents who are unwilling to let insecurity spoil the celebration of their proud heritage and culture. Beatrice Kurti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
And now to Bauchi State, where the people have described the annual Salah Durbar display as a success due to its peaceful conduct as well as the security arrangement within and outside the metropolis. Adamu Iman captured some of the moments at the event and now reports.
As part of the Salah celebration, people of Bauchi were eager to catch a glimpse of the annual Salah festival through the major street. Usually, the procession begins from Government House, where the Bauchi Council of Traditional Rulers, led by the Emir of Bauchi, Dr. Luwanu Suleiman Adamu, pays Salah homage to the State Governor and his cabinet at the Government House. Shortly after the homage, the State Governor extended his Salah message to the people of the state.
The clergy and the ulamas, and indeed everybody in the state for the support they have been giving us, especially with regard to the implementation of government programs and projects, and that I pledge to be just and equitable and to put politics behind me to make sure that this is the time for governance and not the time of extension of political bickerings, differences, and so on and so forth.
Both residents were happy with the peaceful nature of this year's Hawan Daushi during Eid al-Fitr celebrations.
It is something without progress and others that some Oscar people that used to destroy some that's why I very appreciate with the security for their efforts.
The activity is different with the last year. So that is why I say this Daba is important last year.
We have taken care of our children and other members of the family. We made them new clothes for Salah celebration. We do come here every year to witness the traditional Salah Durbar procession, to catch a glimpse of the mood of celebration. May God take us back to our various destinations.
Some visitors who graced the occasion share their experiences at the annual colorful Durbar.
All of us, every year, come and witness this Durbar. I want to see. We are pray that we the Muslims, our message to is that we should continue to cultivate ourselves to peace so that the country that we better. I think it's truly wonderful. It is quite unique. I've never experienced anything like this before in my life, and I'm so glad that I came to witness it. It's been a privilege to see it. It's wonderful.
A tradition demands the Emir of Bauchi, after his return from Government House, will sit back and watch his subjects while appreciating their support to his leadership. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The case of Durbar is now very, very rampant. It's not irregular in the northern part of the country, but it wasn't so different in Lafia, Nasarawa State capital, as Abubakar Abdullahi has this to report about the Durbar celebration there. Take a look.
Lafia, the Nasarawa State capital, has over the years organized Durbar to mark Salah celebrations or occasions sanctioned as emirate activities. The Durbar was not absent in this year's Salah, as different traditional title holders, their family members, friends and associates joined to showcase the rich cultural heritage of the people of the area. Thousands of admirers came from all ends of the emirate and even beyond to witness the event. At the Durbar, different horse riders, including the Emir of Lafia, Sidi Bagi, showcased their expertise in horse rider. Adding color to the Durbar were magicians who displayed different skills, drummers who tapped out engaging beats, and women dancers whose adept steps drew a lot of admiration from onlookers. Participants and those who came to catch a glimpse of the Durbar speak on their experiences and what the Durbar means for the people and their cultural heritage.
It means a lot of things, not only our culture, but to northern culture. So Nasarawa State is part, Lafia is part of the north, and of course it's very, very historic in our culture, very, very recognized in our culture. We recognize it and we continue to.
As you can see, it's a very colorful one. Now we are seeing the people of Adongari Lafia entering inside, and it's very good, very colorful, very beautiful, and it shows the culture of Nasarawa State and Lafia in precise. And I, as the Reima Lafia, I'm really proud of Lafia today for seeing the people that turned out today.
A memorable celebrations we are witnessing today. It is fantastic. Ever in the history of Lafia, we are celebrating a Salah, and we are praying for Allah guidance, protections to reach us to the destinations.
Yeah, in fact, it impacts positively to our culture. Yeah, it showcases that indeed we are people of culture and tradition, and we respect our culture, we love our culture. Yes, and a gathering like this, it unites the entire emirate. We are here to celebrate, we are here to enjoy, and we are here to embrace one another.
According to these observers, the culture of the Durbar is becoming even more attractive due to improvement in the style of horse riders.
Still on Eid celebrations, Nigerians have been urged to unite and love one another irrespective of their differences to ensure sustainable development in the country. The Secretary General Jamaatul Nasir Islam, JNI, Sheikh Khalid Aliyu made the call during the 2-rakat prayer of Eid al-Fitr held at Five Mosque, Jos. Ado Musa completes the story.
The 2-rakat prayers in Jos and all other parts of the state were observed amid tight security to make sure the celebration is hitch-free. Security personnel were seen at strategic positions, especially within the state capital. While calling on Muslims to sustain the good deeds performed during the Ramadan fast, the Secretary General of the JNI, who is the Imam of the mosque, urged Nigerians to come together irrespective of their differences.
Whatever is observed is over. Now we are at the on the eve of ushering a new government. Whatever it is, Nigerians must learn to do things the way others in the world do. Even US, there is this big political rivalry. But after election, they just remove this is Republican, this is Democrat. They think as Americans to move America forward. But if we begin to look at these things and that I don't believe I will go to court, I will challenge this, I will challenge that, I don't think we're making any headway. It's important. Let us put Nigeria first.
The former Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority also speaks on the lessons learned during the Ramadan.
Day that commemorates the end of the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is a very special month in Islam. It is the month during which Muslims fast for 29 or 30 days. It is a period of sober reflection, a period of coming closer to your Maker, a period of giving back to society, a period in which every Muslim gets back. At this period, at that period in time, a Muslim is supposed to be closest to his Maker. And today, Eid al-Fitr is the day that marks the end of the official end of Ramadan.
Muslims across the state expressed delight that the 2 rakat prayers were conducted calmly. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
You're watching Trust TV News updates. Coming up shortly, we'll take a look at celebration of Hawan Sarki in Asian city of Katsina. Details of this report and more after the break. Stay with us.
Morning Nigeria. Year after year, they have informed, educated, and entertained us. When you needed information, knowledge, or an escape.
From generation to generation, the Nigerian broadcasting industry has worked tirelessly to serve you.
And now, this service will finally be recognized.
Come May 17th this year, broadcasters all over Nigeria will gather at the Hotel and Suites for the maiden edition of the Nigerian Broadcasting Awards, an award ceremony set to reward hard work and excellence in the broadcast media. Voting starts on 20th April and ends on 4th May 2023. Visit www.tnbawards.ng to vote now. They've served and they're still serving. It's time we say thank you. This award is organized by the Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, Bonn.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news updates on Trust TV. A recap of our top stories. We told you earlier that many trapped and building collapse at Ibadan police station, and meningitis kills many in 21 states. And moving on to more reports, and Muslims in Zamfara State on Friday joined their counterpart worldwide to observe Eid al-Fitr celebration with a call on faithfuls to embrace peace and unity and also assist the needy in the society. The Imam who led the 2-rakat prayer at the Tudun Wada Gusau Eid ground, Imam Muhammad Dang al-Haji, enjoined Muslims to uphold the lessons of Ramadan, especially providing for the less privileged and poor through zakat. The details.
Muslim faithful in Zamfara State gathered at the various Eid grounds to mark the end of the Ramadan fast and also thank Allah for enabling them to successfully observe the holy month. It was colorful as they were adorned in their new dresses to pray for Allah's blessings to be with them beyond the period. The Emir of Gusau, Ibrahim Bello, who observed the prayer at the Tudun Wada Gusau Eid ground, stressed the need for residents of the state to live in peace and pray for security to return to Zamfara. Former Governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, in his message to Muslims, called on them to support security agencies by providing them with credible intelligence that will enable them fish out terrorists in the state. He emphasized that the security operatives cannot succeed if the people do not volunteer information to them about hideouts of terrorists.
Traditional Hawan Sarki is the peak of Salah festivities in Kassana Emirate since its beginning in 1906 during the reign of late Emir Muhammad Doko. The Emir pays a Salah homage to the governor that they can exchange pleasantry, convey messages from his subjects and vice versa. This long tradition has been sustained. Abdullahi Yamadi tells us more about this year's Hawan Sarki in Kassana.
The Emir and his long procession comprising district heads and other traditional title holders graced in royal regalia set out from the palace as early as 7 a.m. to the government house. The Emir in congregation moved through Nagogowe, meeting his subjects who lined the road to and from the government house to catch a glimpse of the royal father. The Emir, who was conveyed on a carriage, and his entourage moving majestically, displaying horsemanship amidst prayers and goodwills from subjects, arrived at the government house. I implore all my subjects, especially parents, to take full responsibility of their children. Do not allow them to fall victims of circumstances or at the mercy of hoodlums. This is the last Salah homage Aminu Bello Masari will receive from the Emir Abdul Mumin Kabir Usman as governor of Katsina State. I want to start by thanking Almighty Allah and the good people of Katsina State for your support to my administration in the last 8 years. I have done my very best, and I'm assuring you I'm leaving you in the best hands. After all of this, people eagerly await the Emir and his entourage along all routes leading to his palace to see this array of singers and dancers. And also this mixture of culture and modernity. What about this? And they may also not want to miss these ones. The majesty of the traditional institution is on display. of these are joys of Hawan Sarki celebrated on the second day of Salah in Katsina. Abdullahi Ismail Ahmadi, Crossed Television News, Katsina.
And on the international scene, the deputy head of Myanmar's military-appointed election commission has been shot dead in the country's commercial capital, Yangon, by rebels. The rebels' killing of a high-profile individual linked to the country's military rulers. Say Kan Chu is the deputy director of the Union Election Commission, and he was killed in the township of Tingakyo in eastern Yangon, the Army's information team said in a statement. Local media reported that he was shot multiple times in the chest, neck and head. The Army statement said that People's Defense Forces were responsible for the killing, but did not give further details. The self-declared anti-coup People's Defense Forces, loosely organized armed wings of the country's shadow national unity government, have sprung up in opposition to the military, which seized power more than 2 years ago, leading to social unrest and an economic crisis in the country. The NAG was established by democratically elected politicians who were removed from office in the military coup. And still on the international scene, Kenyan police have exhumed human remains from more than a dozen suspected graves in the east of the country. An investigation of the followers of Christ court who believe they would go to heaven if they stabbed themselves to death. Police began exhuming the bodies in the town of Milindi near Shakahola Forest in Kilifi town, where police rescued 15 members of the Good News International Church last week, according to footage broadcast by Citizen TV. And that brings us to the end of the news updates of this hour. For more, you can follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for watching.